Like Shalom, giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Chachodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Shalom to your argument, pushing this word around the globe in faith and in truth and sincerity. As always, I'd like to start by saying that we are the real Hebrew Israelites. The real Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Indians, West Africans predominantly. However, you are going to get Israelites that do look like the other 17 nations because Israel has been scattered amongst all people throughout our various captivities. However, if your seed line, which is your lineage by your forefathers, goes back to the man in the Bible named Jacob, which was the son of Isaac, which was the son of Abraham, then you too are an Israelite no matter what you may look like. Because as I always say, pertaining to Numbers chapter 1 verse 18, your lineage is determined by the line of your forefathers. So it's all about your seed line. If you go back to Israel, then you too are an Israelite. Now, I was just checking this thing on RT News, this speech that Donald Trump was giving about the greatness of America. And this guy's fulfilling prophecy, man. You can't make this stuff up. The pride of these devils, man. Let me play this. Lord willing, I don't get a strike. But let me play this and I'm going to get some precepts.
America is fulfilling our destiny as peacemaker, but it is peace through strength. We are stronger now than ever before.
Salakia, that just brought something to my mind, man. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Transformers, the cartoon from the 1980s. This quote from Donald Trump sounds exactly like a quote that the villain in Transformers, Megatron, used to use. The quote from Megatron was, peace through tyranny. Now, what's Donald Trump saying here?
America is fulfilling our destiny as peacemaker, but it is peace through strength. We are strong.
Peace through strength. You know what, man? While I'm here, let me do this. Let me do this. So, like, yeah, the screen's gonna flip around a bit. What are you looking for? Bear with me, Hakim. Slack, yeah. Alright, so let's try here. So here we go. Hopefully this gives the quote from the character. This is the villain from Transformers, for those of you who are familiar with the 80s, who grew up in the 80s, such as myself. No, it doesn't show his quote. No, it does. Look, there we go. Megatron. Alliance, Decepticon, function, leader. Quote, peace through tyranny. So, I don't know who wrote Donald Trump's speech, but it's hella similar to that, man. Let me see. Back to this. Instead of saying peace through tyranny, Trump's saying peace through strength, which is essentially the same thing. Because Esau relies in his tyranny is his strength.
Destiny is peacemaker, but it is peace through strength. We are stronger now than ever before. Our weapons are at an advanced level like we've never had before, like, frankly, we've never even thought of having before. And I only pray to God that we never have to use them. For decades, the same tired voices proposed the same failed solutions, pursuing global ambitions at the expense of their own people. But only when you take care of your own citizens will you find a true basis for cooperation.
Full of shit, man. So let me get some scriptures for edification's sake. Just quick time. I'm just throwing this lesson up quickly as I literally just watched this a few seconds ago. And some precepts came to my mind. Obviously other than the Megatron quote. But, let me get this. I'm going to get Revelation, the 18th chapter, but before I do, we want to get 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. And what does this say? For when they shall say, peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So that's your future, Trump, man. When you're talking all this shit about peace through strength, check what the Most High has to say. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with a child, and they shall not escape. Now I want to also get Revelation, the 18th chapter. You Edomites are something else, man. Your pride is beyond anything that any man should ever have. So, and the Most High set you up for this, man. Revelation 18 and 1. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened by his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen. And for those of you who might be new to this and don't know what we're talking about, or what Revelation 18:1 is talking about, Babylon the Great is America in the Bible. So it says, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, is fallen. So let me just add, Babylon, if I'm not mistaken, means land of confusion. And America's done nothing but sow discord and confusion throughout the earth. You know, you've got men lying with men, women lying with women, broken homes, you know. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, Job 30 and 8. He covereth the faces of the judges, if not wearing, who is he? Because everything's been turned upside down under the rule of the Second Roman Empire, which is America, Babylon the Great. So let's keep going. Revelation 18:2, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become a habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people. Now that voice saying, Come out of her, my people, is the Most High, Yahweh Shai, calling out to the elect, and the 1/3 saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. Because the point is that the 144,000 and the 1/3 of the whole nation of Israel are going to wake up to this truth and receive salvation. 2/3 of Israel are going to get caught up in this tribulation and die in America or wherever it is around the earth that they are when the Lord returns. Revelation 18:4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. That's like a notification, so I should have turned those off. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double her according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Most High who judgeth her. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, because America's going to get burnt up by thermonuclear destruction, and the chariots of Israel, which is what Yahushua and the angels are going to be riding in when they come back to level America, Babylon the Great, and the other parts of the earth where the wicked are ruling. You know, a lot of places are going to get touched with this coming destruction. Revelation 18:10, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. And all the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth her merchandise any more. Now that's the point, you know, standing afar for her torment and saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Now it's funny because I was just before I done this lesson, I was, just quietly tidying up and thinking to myself, and I thought of a quote I heard when I was in the world. Oftentimes I heard this saying, they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. As in, like, you should be patient when you're building stuff because they say Rome wasn't built in a day. Well, guess what? Rome's going to be destroyed in 1 hour. That's what the scriptures, Revelation 18:10 says. Standing afar from the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. So when Yahushua and the angels come back, it's only going to take them 1 hour to destroy Babylon the Great. So here you got Donald Trump giving it all the fucking rhetoric, because that's all it is just rhetoric, empty vain words about how great America is and how great America's that. Dude, your country's crumbling, man. Everybody can see that America's finished. People don't want to deal with the dollar no more. Your economy is the worst it's ever been, if I'm not mistaken, surpassing the stock market crash of 1929. How can you be standing up saying how great you are and all this kind of shit? The world's in turmoil. The world's in turmoil. Your empire's at an end, and you're still standing up there being proud. What a joke, man. But you know what, man? This is all the will of the Most High. Lord willing, this little quick lesson has been edifying, just a quick one I'm putting together. So with that, giving all praise and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Machachwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone that rule well, and shalom to you, Akim, that you're pushing this word around the globe in faith and in truth with sincerity. And again, put up another curse, man. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Baba Kashah, Baba Kashah, Baba Kashah, Abba Babal, Wa Kwam Yashawala. Shalom.